Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing well. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Got lots more reviews and comparison videos coming very soon. But in today's video, I'm going to be doing a review on my latest model car in the collection, the MR Collection Models 1/18 scale Bugatti Noire. This is a first look, an exclusive review on this model. MR Models have just released their first batch of these models, so there isn't another review on YouTube as of yet. This is a very early car. This is number 4 of 459 models that MR are making of the Noire. And like all MR Collection models, it comes with the booklet of authenticity, which is kind of cool. And then on the first page of the booklet, it tells you the model number. So this one is 04 out of 459 pieces that they're making. So this one is, as I say, the Bugatti Noire. It is a one-off car that Bugatti made, and I believe and I think it still is, the most expensive new car ever made. I believe the final price was 16 million euros, and a client walked forward and actually bought the Noire. And I believe Noire in French means the black car. It is in homage to the Type 57C Atlanta Bugatti, and I believe those model cars go for around 100 million euros. So these are very expensive new cars, the Noire. But this one is, as I say, from MR Collection Models, comes on the blue leather base with the Noire at the front and the MR Collection logos at the rear. Comes with the plexiglass display case as well, and does look quite good in the on the base and in the case. So there's an awful lot of detail on this model, and some bits of the model that I don't like, and I'll share with you guys them later on in the review. But let's start off at the front of the model and walk you guys through some of the amazing detail that MR Models have put in. So the front of the model is extremely wide. I should actually mention this is a 1/18 scale, but the size of the model is bordering, I would say, 1/12. That's just due to the actual car in real life being very big. So being 18 times smaller, it will still be quite a big car. But it does look very good, and the proportions of the model, the way it sits and the stance and the size of it, is very authentic of the real car, which I do like. So let's start off at the front end of the model and walk you through some of the detail here. So this whole exterior body is finished in black carbon, and there is a very good carbon weave running across the entire model of the car. You've got the iconic horseshoe grille at the front, with that Bugatti badge embossed onto the grills. And you've got grills covering the whole front end of the model. So in the horseshoe and on the side vents as well. The sculpture of the front end is absolutely amazing by MR Collection. You can see the air intakes on the left and right hand side. You've got that elongated nose compared to the Chiron on the Devo. It's a real GT car, the Noire. Does look very good. And you've got that splitter as well, also finished in exposed black carbon fibre. The headlights are done very nicely as well, exactly like the real car. It looks absolutely phenomenal. And you've got that whole white center line or silver center line running across the whole of the model car, which does look absolutely amazing. I think I really like that touch. And you've got all of the holes bossed in to the front end of the compartment, Again, I'm not sure why that's there, maybe for aesthetics, but I'm sure it has a functional purpose. But again, I do like that design, and you've also got that over the engine bay as well, that same finish. But that whole front end of the model does look extremely realistic, very authentic, and a very good job by MR Collection models. And it's the type of details that you expect on these high-end resin model cars. They do cost a lot of money, so you do expect a flawless exterior finish, which this one is. So it is a very, very realistic model car. Coming round the side of the model, and now you can kind of see from a side view the length of the model is absolutely crazy for a 1/18 scale. That is the length of the model. I'll get my Devo out or my Chiron, and I'll show you the size comparison between the two models. It's just staggering to think this is a 1/18 scale. But as I say, the real car is a very long car, so the scale models will be bigger than the Devo and the Chiron. Now coming on to the wheels. Now this is a controversial point on the L'Aventure Noire. Some people don't like the tyres having that same finish from the wheels. You can see it on all of the points here, the 5 points. For me, I really like that design. I think it does look quite good, and for a one-off car it does stand out. It'd be quite boring, I would think, if it just had the same Chiron or Devo wheels just put on a multi-million pound one-off Bugatti. So I think Bugatti tried to do something different on this model, and I think the overall reception of the wheels did backfire. But for me, that's why I kind of went for it. I did like that design. Beyond the rims, you've got a huge disc that covers the whole wheel. Very realistic. And you've got the blue brake calipers finished in the Bugatti logo as well. It does look very realistic. You've also got the Bugatti center cap finished in their EB logo. And the whole wheel design and tyres looks absolutely phenomenal. So really good job by MR Collection models on the wheel design. Now coming around the side, we'll touch on some of the areas which I'm not too keen on at the end of the review, and I'll share with you guys and be totally honest with that as well. Again, all of the shut lines around the front compartment, the doors of the engine are all very neat, very tidy. There's no big panel gaps. The whole exterior finish on the L'Aventure Noire is absolutely exceptional. Really can't fault the exterior at all. Very realistic and really flawless by MR Collection models. Again, on the rear wheels, exactly the same as the front. Really good details. You've also got the nice finish on the blue calipers as well. The fuel cap's done nicely up on the top as well, finished in the EB stamp. So let's come round the rear end of the model. Now again, this is a really good angle of the L'Aventure Noire. You got that huge center rear light running right across the width of the model car. It does look really good, and the overall finish on the light is really good by MR Collection models. You've got the L'Aventure Noire on the number plate as well, and you've got quite a angular and quite aggressive rear diffuser design as well. Really angular, does look really good as well. And you've got the iconic 6 exhaust pipes on this model, which I think just looks absolutely amazing. Really one of the standout features on the L'Aventure Noire. Again, that's in homage to the Type 57 Atlanta, which this model car was kind of based on from an aesthetic point of view, but a really nice touch back to the old Bugatti. You've got the EB stamp right on the top, and you've got that active spoiler as well, which you can see the lines out for. Again, the whole finish is finished in black metal mesh, in all of the openings and does look absolutely phenomenal. On the engine bay, you've got the same finish as you've got over the front compartment. It really does look very nice, and you've got that elongated center line coming all the way across the engine bay, stopping right at the rear spoiler. So the definitely the rear of the car is a work of art, much like the entire model does look absolutely phenomenal. Again, coming round the other side, you can really see that size of the model as well. Really nicely done on the other side. The exterior finish is absolutely phenomenal. Same details on the wheel designs, looks amazing. So coming round to where we started at the front. Now let's talk about some of the areas which I don't like on this model car. Now this is a very expensive model car. I'm sure many of you guys know how much this model car costs, but I believe it's on the region on MR Collections for around 450 euros, something like that, and then you pay roughly 30-40 euros in shipping costs as well. So it is quite an expensive model overall, and there's no interior detail whatsoever. The windscreen and the side windows are completely oblique. You can't see in. Now, I know when this car was showcased at Geneva a couple of years ago, that's how it was showcased, with no interior details. But it would be nice to have an interior. Always the MR Collection models have the interior, and it always just sets off that model even better, and it showcases in more detail, especially in these resin models when you can't open up anything, you can't see any of the interior. Having a good interior details it kind of compromises for not being able to open up the other compartments. So having no interior is a bit of a downer, I would say, on this model car. But again, the exterior is done absolutely amazing. If this model had an interior, it would be phenomenal. It would be one of the best resin models you can possibly buy right now. Another issue that I have with this car is, as you can see from the booklet that I showed you earlier, this is number 4 out of 459 pieces. That is an awful lot of model cars for one car. Normally MR Collection models make in the region of 49 to 99 pieces max, not hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces. So it tells me that this model is extremely popular because they're all sold out, and they have been sold out for some time now. But MR Collection models, they always are quite exclusive. So I hope they don't start making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of all the other models as well, because then they lose that exclusivity that I think is quite important, especially for MR Collection models. But again, and the price, I mean, the price is pretty similar to most other resin model cars. But again, this is a very expensive model. But I do believe that even though those issues that I've had with the model, they definitely aren't outweighed by the quality of the model. It's truly one of the best resin models that I've got in my collection, and I would definitely give this model a solid 7 out of 10. If this had an interior, it'll be 10 out of 10, but that's the only reason why I'm marking it down quite significantly. But please let me know in the comments what you guys think. Love to hear from you guys, you know, in the comments. And I'll be doing a Bugatti comparison video very soon with the Voiture Noire, the Chiron and the Devo very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. But as I say, please like, subscribe, and share the video, and there'll be more videos to come very soon.